Alright everyone, so for today's video, I'm going to be showcasing and telling you guys what the best element is in Shinobi Life 2. I know you guys might not know what it is, and of course some of you guys only have 2 to 1 spins, stuff like that, and you want to make sure that you pick the right element, because I know you guys want to use most of your spins for KGs, aka Keke Genkais. So today, I'm going to be showcasing you guys and telling you guys which element is the best. Just like to let you know, I do know what the best elements are and what's good because I'm in CC, so I kind of have to try hard to make sure that the elements that I pick is good because I can't change it. Once you're in CC and you pick your element, you cannot change it. So you gotta make sure that the pick you get is good. Anyways though, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Check the description below for links such as my Roblox and Discord group. And yeah. So you guys, the first thing you guys I'm gonna be showcasing is fire. So from left to right is what the moves are, and the first move is the fireball move, which is good. So as you guys can see, the hand sign is about one hand sign, so it's good because you could do a simple combo such as 1, 2, 3, 4, hit them with this and then hit them with that. But actually sometimes since it's laggy, it won't hit. So you want to do is do a 1, 2, 3, then do this. Because if you have a sword that has stuns and stuff like that, it's really good because you can combo with it. By itself, it's a really good element. It does good damage. With that first move, it does 25k damage with max stats on ninjutsu. And it only has one hand sign. But next, of course, is Phoenix Flower. And this is really good because the auto tracking is really insane. So as you guys can see, as long as your mouse is right there, it'll push them out and does all of that damage. Sometimes it'll push them, sometimes it won't. It depends sometimes what mode they have. But even then, that's a high damage move that is honestly insane. But when it does do its knockback, it does about 2 to 3 knockbacks away. So you can have time to charge your chakra, maybe do a pot, or anything like that. Then of course we have Great Fireball, which is the first move. The thing is though, some people don't realize this, but the first fireball move is actually better than the third one because of the simple reason that this requires more hand signs, and it's basically the same move and only does 3 more K. But the first move does less hand signs and also does 25k. So in my opinion, since it's faster and does about the same damage, it still is pretty good. Of course, you have the fourth move, which is Fire Breath. This is really good simply for the fact that you can pop it and start stunning. So if you have a multiple people, stuff like that, and you're doing a war, this is really good because while they're getting stunned, your other friend can be helping them out and just damaging them. This counts as a stun, so there will be a global cooldown. And also at the end, there is a animation delay so that when you are finished doing it, you don't just start spamming some other move. They make sure that you don't spam other spam moves and do 1000 combos, you know, infinite combos, stuff like that. Of course, we have the second to last move, which is basically Phoenix Flower, but it's Fire Dragon, as you guys can see. The reason I don't like this move because, first of all, it takes a lot of chakra, but it also technically has more hand signs, so that's why I resort to using this move because, first of all, it requires less chakra, does somewhat about the same damage, and it has faster hand signs. And of course, you basically have Great Fireball, but it's literally a dragon. This requires way more hand signs and only does 17k. I wouldn't think the last move is that good, especially how the freaking cooldown is high. That's why I always resort to the first move. So for this element, I would say the first move, the second move, and maybe the third and fourth move are really good. But by itself, I would say it's top tier. I'll do my tier list at the end, but it's pretty good. So for this one, it's Wind. So this move is really good simply for the fact that it's really known for its high damage, multi-hits, and stuff like that. Plus, by itself, it's a really good move, and it's very underrated. For the first move, it is an auto tracking move, as you guys can see right here. It'll auto track and does do a multi-hit. That's why I really like this because it does a lot of multi-hits that If you're in a war, this will be insane because it's gonna hit so much people. Second move is the cutters, and as you guys can see, if I do this, it will hit so much people and push them back. Of course, the reason I don't really like the second move because a lot of people could just jump right over it, and it's not that best. But if you're close range, it might do a lot of damage actually. Third move is blast, and this move is kind of the meta for this element. And as you guys can see, I'm gonna use blast right here. Boom. It pushes them back 3 to 4 times. If you're in a war, this move causes so much disruption. This move does high damage. This move is actually like really good. The fourth move is Vortex. So this move is really good if you have them in a stun because it does the most damage when they aren't. If all the hits hit. So as you guys can see, right there, that is the way to go. Like, oh my god. I'll show it again. As you guys can see, look at this. It'll hit so much people, and look at that, bro. This move is insane, especially if you have them in stun. But as you guys can see, that is the fourth move. The second to last move is Rasengan. You guys already know this. If you hit them, you get a speed boost, and then they get sent flying. It's pretty good, but I don't really like using it because Shidori is better as it gives a stun. This one doesn't give a stun, so yeah. Alright, for the last move, it's Tornado, and I really like this move because it actually goes a pretty long range, and once again, it's a multi-hit. So if you guys see right here, look at that, boom, they get sent flying. It does high damage, but the reason I like this move is because you can hit them from long range and they won't even realize it. If they don't know how to fight a wind move, or I mean a wind user, they will be clapped because that range of that last move is really good. And for usually last moves for elements have a high cooldown, but for this move, it only does a 20-second cooldown, which is pretty good. Alright, so we have lightning here, and I would like to say lightning is one of my favorite elements in this game. Some people be sleeping on this, but the reason I like this is because the kit I have is my sword as well in CC, and also I know a lot of combos that go with lightning that make sure that I can do high damage fast. And a lot of the moves of lightning has low hand signs, and that's why I really like it. Plus it has some multi-hits as well, and the stun effect that it has at the end keeps them stunned, so they won't be able to do anything for a period of time. But as you guys can see, the first move is Shidori, and it actually barely takes any chakra. And the reason this is good is because first of all, they get stunned, and also it gives you more of a speed boost than Rasengan, so that's why it's really good. And plus I believe it has a 7 cooldown, so that's pretty good. Then you have Nagashi. So the reason I like Nagashi is because you can do a combo with it. You can do the whole 4 string, then you can do this, and they'll all get stunned. But all of these people get stunned as well. So you have a lot of people. If you have a lot of people right there in a war, bro, they all get stunned, and all of your teammates can go and jump them right away. You guys can literally jump down and do this. A lot of people I like to see what they do is they start. Okay, what they do is they tree jump, and they tree jump up there and do this. And that is a way to go. And like literally you do that midair and you hit everyone. You guys, some people think when they tree jump they're going for a stun or WW, aka a block breaker, but you can do that and trick them. That's honestly insane. Third move is a move that has auto tracking and has a stun. I really like this move because you can. This actually move goes far in long range. Like look at this, boom, and it does a multi-hit as well. Everybody got stunned there. And it does really good damage. It's really good if you see them charging chakra from far away. You can hit them with that, and they either have to dodge that, which gives you time to charge your chakra, or they will get hit by it because they think they're able to dodge it, because the auto tracking of that is nice. And plus you can flick it. So if you guys see right here, you can flick it right there. As you guys can see, you guys can flick it, and if they're like running away, you guys can flick it right away if you guys see they're about to kill. The fourth move is a stream, and this move you want to use it when they're in stun because it does the most damage when they're stunned as all the hits are hitting. So for example, I'm going to keep on doing this, and then as you see that the continuous damage that happens to them does about 30 to 40k from what I remember. I actually use this in one of my combos because some of my combos, since I have Sharingan Genjutsu, they're put in a stun and a lot of damage is happening. Then we have Senbon Rain, and this is really good because once again this is a multi-hit and all the Senmons come hitting. The reason I don't like this is because of the hand signs, and also sometimes it doesn't hit. And also the cooldown is about 25 seconds. Then of course we have Kieran. This is one of my favorite moves because of how cool it looks. And it does about 32k. I really like this move better than Senmon because it actually usually hits and does a lot of damage. But as you guys can see, that is lightning. I would like to say the reason I like this move and better than others because first of all, it has a lot of things that you can combo with. So it has a lot of combo extenders. It does really good damage and does not have that much hand signs. Alright, so as you guys can see, I have Earth right here, and this is the 4th out of 5 elements in the game. As you guys can see, what I'm going to do here is use the first move, which is Earth Wall. The reason I really like this move, and I actually have Earth in CC specifically for this move, but I somewhat regret it because it's the only move that I use for Earth. The reason I like this is because it's so freaking big. Like, look at this. You can use this to charge chakra and make sure that no one else hits you. If you're in a war, you have to make sure that no one else in wars. You have to make sure your teammates don't take as much damage, and this is a way to go by using Earth Wall right here. And it does do damage, but it doesn't do the best damage in my opinion. But as you guys can see, that's pretty good. Plus the cooldown is about like what, 5 seconds, and it barely takes any chakra and hand signs. Second move is this move. The reason I don't like this move is because like it's kind of booty cheeks in my opinion. The range of it is like, it's alright. It's about medium range, but even then, I don't really like it. This move, I know a lot of people like this move because they're able to charge chakra and use or pre-time a move so that when it comes down, you could just spray at them without your hand signs being cancelled. But the reason is, if it does all that, you can actually trap people as well, which is kind of cool as well. So, hello. You guys see that? But, I don't know. I wouldn't really use it because first of all, you have to be really close to even trap them. But you can use it to change your chakra. But you can use the first move to charge your chakra anyways, so it don't matter. Alright, fourth move is Raging Trail, and as you guys can see, puts up a trail that multi-hits. I actually realized this move can be really good, but I actually never use this because of, first of all, the hand signs to chakra. But I think I can let me try something. Oh damn, it does multi-hit. Whoa! I might actually use that Earth move. That Earth move is actually nice. Oh my god. I might actually use that. Wow, I'm learning things as I'm making this video. That move is actually really nice. Second to last move is, I believe it pulls up random pillars from the ground. As you guys can see here, it does do a multi-hit. And actually that only required 2 to 3 hand signs. But the cooldown is about 30 seconds, so Earth is actually underrated. Wow. As I'm looking through this, Earth is pretty underrated. Last move is the dragon. As you guys can see, it auto tracks, but this, how much was that? 37k damage. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I would say from actually using this video, I would say I'd give Earth a pretty good, like, I would say it's good defensive move, and while I'm watching this, I feel like it has really good close range moves if you want to do heavy damage right away. I like it. I don't know, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. For the last element I have, it's water. So for the first move is Water Bullet. As you guys can see, it barely has any hand signs, and actually it's very similar to the first Fireball move, but it does 5k less damage. As you guys can see, I'll do it again. You could do a pretty good combo. A combo with this is 1, 2, 3. Then you could do the, there we go. It hit him, but if you're doing 1v1, that's really good. It does stun them for a little, but even then, I would not use this in terms to replace the first Fireball move, because of course the first Fireball move actually stuns. So yeah. Second water move is actually a stream. Once again, a lot of streams do the highest damage if they're standing still, so you want to make sure that they're in the stun. As you guys can see right here, this move you can't even aim, and it's only good if they're literally stunned. They are stunned for a little bit when you hit them, but you're not going to be able to hit that in a 1v1 unless like they're standing still, because That move is so easy to dodge, like literally. Third move is, I believe, the dragon, water dragon jutsu, as you guys can see right here. Not water dragon, water shark jutsu. It does multi-hit as well, and it has a pretty good auto track. But the reason I don't like it is, first of all, it takes a lot of chakra. The cooldown is about 15 seconds, and the range is actually lower than others. The fourth move is Tsunami, as you guys can see, and this one actually multi-hits and double hits if everyone is hit, but sometimes if there's multiple people, the knockback won't work, so you guys just gotta remember that. Second to last move is Water Prison, and this is actually one of the best stuns in the game because they are stunned in place for a long time, and I say a long time. And of course the last move is Water Dragon Jutsu, as you guys can see. And boom, it's pretty good, but I would like to say I'll use Kieran over it because it does a stun at the end. This one has a similar damage to Kieran anyway, but Kieran has a stun, so that's why I'd rather use Kieran. I'd say Water Dragon's a pretty good jutsu by itself, but I feel like there are other jutsus that you can use that's better than water by itself. But as you guys can see, those are all the elements in the game. I put my input into it, and here's the ranking list that I'd put. So the first move or first element that I would say I would put at last would be water, simply because there's so many jutsus that's similar to this, but either it doesn't give stuns or it doesn't give the damage or requires a lot of hand signs. That's why I put it at last. Second to last, I'll put it for the fourth slot, or I mean for fourth place, I'd put Earth, simply because it's only good, or I would say it's only good if you have another element to complement it. And of course it's still good by itself, and I put it over water, but I'd use Earth if I know that I'd complement it with either my KG or my other element. The reason I put third place on Wind is because the simple reason that it has a lot of knockback, and since it has a lot of knockback, you can't really combo extend. You can though, it's really good, and I'd say number one if there's a war. And if there's a war, because you can push them off and stuff like that. But if you're doing 1v1s or 2v1s, actually it might be really good for 2v1s, but if you're doing 1v1, it's not that good because you can't really combo extend with it, because a lot of its moves are knockback moves, but it does do pretty good high damage for by itself. Second element I'd put is lightning, because first of all, even though it has a lot of hand signs, it does a lot of damage, and it has the stun effect, which is really good for combo extenders. It's really good by itself, and yeah. Of course, the first move, the first element I put on number one place would be fire, because actually it has a stun by the burn effect. It also does a lot of damage by itself, and also I'd like to say that even though there is no stun effect, it does a lot of damage. It barely takes on the chakra for the first moves and a lot of the other moves as well. The auto tracking is nice, and also I would like to say, bro, more moves in the arsenal is really useful. So that's why I pick fire over everything else and make it free. Anyways though, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Shoutouts to Homoresto, aka my guild. If you want to join my guild, I'll put the description below. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below which ones you guys want to see next, and I'll see you guys soon.